The man openly listed the price of one blind box as $1 million. Yet every day countless billionaires still wanted to buy one. Some even went as far as getting on their knees before him. But the man instantly saw that the billionaire was not qualified to buy a blind box, because his blind boxes could only be sold to those who were purely good or purely evil. At that moment a wealthy young woman passing by became interested in the blind box. She wanted to try buying one, so she asked the man what was inside the blind boxes. The man said it was a universal blind box that could contain anything, and he reminded her that making a wish could lead to unexpected results. The girl immediately wished for her grandfather to regain his health. The moment she bought the blind box, a surge of energy rushed into the man's body. It turned out that every time he sold a blind box he became stronger. Once he sold 3,000 blind boxes he would transcend completely, including the one just purchased by the girl. The man had now sold 2,998 blind boxes, but when the girl opened the blind box, she found that it only contained a piece of tree root. She immediately asked what it was. The man explained that it was the root of a mythical tree that held up the heavens and the earth, and that it had the power to cure all diseases. The billionaire scoffed at this, mocking the man and saying he had never even heard of such a thing. But the girl still wanted to buy another blind box. The billionaire had no choice but to let his daughter do as she pleased. This time the girl made a wish. She hoped her father's company could survive its financial crisis. But just as she was about to pay, the man said the second blind box would cost $10 million. The billionaire complained that they were not short on money, but they could not let themselves be scammed like fools. Still the girl insisted on buying another one. The moment she paid $10 million, another surge of power rushed into the man's body. Now he only needed to sell one more blind box. At the same time the girl received what she had wished for. She immediately handed her father some technical documents. At first the billionaire did not care, but soon he realized that these were revolutionary technologies. They could make his company the greatest in the world. The crowd began to suspect that it was a prank show. Some even thought the man was an actor hired by the billionaire. The girl asked how much the third blind box would cost. The man named a high price of $100 million. To everyone's surprise the billionaire immediately said, even if it cost $10 billion he would still buy it. But the man blocked the payment code, saying the blind box could not be bought on someone else's behalf, and that the billionaire was not qualified to buy one. So the girl used her entire dowry. After she paid the man $100 million, she wished to meet her Prince Charming, but what she received was a martial arts manual. The crowd burst into laughter. A martial arts manual for $100 million was clearly a scam, but the girl was already fascinated by the contents of the manual, and she began practicing it without realizing. She then struck toward a trash can from a distance. To everyone's shock the trash can was smashed to pieces. At that moment everyone was completely stunned.